Hello.
I'm on my lunch break and I want to see if I can get seen by the doctor.
What would be the reason?
My throat hurts.
So, how many days has it been?
About 2 days now.
For today, I don't have anything available. We're completely booked.
Are you serious?
Yes,
You
unfortunately.
can't squeeze me in anywhere?
No, I don't have nothing available. What I could suggest is you can go to urgent care.
Urgent care?
Yes. You can see if you've seen today.
So I have to wait for sympathy?
Unfortunately, yes, I don't have anything available.
Okay, what's your soonest appointment?
That would be for the 28th of this month with the nurse practitioner.
Okay, fine.
Hi, can I see a doctor?
What would be the reason for this appointment?
It hurts when I pee.
How many days have you felt that?
For about a week now.
A week. Unfortunately for today, I don't have anything available.
So can you just ask the doctor for a prescription for antibiotics?
I wouldn't be able to because if you are positive for a UTI, he would need to send you over a prescription, and you need to be seen for that.
Okay. So what do I do from here then?
The next available I would have would be for this month, the 28th, or you can go to urgent care and they can see you today.
That's a long time from now.
Yeah, I understand. Gracias por esperar. ¿Cómo le puedo ayudar? ¿Y cuántos días le ha dolido el estómago? Ok, para hoy no tengo nada disponible. Estamos completamente agendados con los dos proveedores. La siguiente cita que tuviera disponible sería para el día 28 en la mañana con la doctora Maritza. Si necesita algo más urgente, le puedo sugerir que pueda ir a la sala de urgencia. Sí, yo entiendo, pero no tengo nada disponible para hoy.
Fallbrook Primary and Urgent Care Center. My name is Ashley, and I will be going over the introduction and assignment and situation slides. As you watched in our short clip, many patients have woken up with a sore throat, cough, or UTI, and need a quick same-day appointment with their doctor. The issue is same-day appointments are hard to come by. Many primary care offices are by appointment only, and due to a shortage of primary care physicians, many doctors are scheduled out by 2 weeks, if not more. This is how we came up with a solution. In Fallbrook, California, there are 4 urgent care centers in the area, and all 4 of them close by 6 p.m. If a primary care physician office in Fallbrook, California would open after our urgent care hours, they would be able to fulfill this niche in need in the area. So the primary care office would be open between 8:30 a.m. and 5 p.m. The urgent care hours will open between 6:30 p.m. to 2 a.m. This will allow, the 1 hour gap in between will allow for shifts to change and for everything to get passed over. The nearest ER in Fallbrook is 30 minutes away. For our assessment and situation slide, we have decided that our niche for this area is that there's no other urgent care in the area that has a night shift or works holidays. This will be great because we will always be accessible to our patients and to those that are also not assigned to us. We will also be able to gain double the co-payments opening a night shift. Now, we average about 30 patients a day during the day with 1 medical director and 1 nurse practitioner. In the evening shift, we will have 2 physician assistants, which will allow us to get double the co-payments because we'll be seeing double, if not triple, the amount of patients we would see on just having a day shift and normal office hours. We will also retain patient satisfaction because patients will no longer be turned away and be forced to go to urgent care or to the ER, as you saw in our video. We will also save insurances money due to the fact that they will not have to cover hospital bills, ER bills, or just anything more than a normal office co-payment. The situation for us is that we will be the first in this area to do this, which is great because this will draw attention to us. Hopefully more individuals will assign and choose our medical director as their primary care physician, which will allow them to have access to our urgent care hours. Working as an urgent care will also allow us to have access to non-assigned members, but it's a plus if you are a member. You would be seen with physicians that you are already familiar with and comfortable with and have your personal chart in front of them.
So the major strength of our Fallbrook Primary and Urgent Care Center is that it is accessible to people during the night time when all the primary care centers are closed. We even try to respond fast to the patients who come to us by making them wait for a shorter period of time. We are even equipped with all the diagnostic tools and x-rays to diagnose the disorder of the patient and provide greater extent of care. However, as it is a newly established urgent care center, people might not be much aware of it for a few months. Our healthcare center has good opportunity in the market as there are no overnight healthcare centers in Fallbrook, and we welcome patients even during the night when other healthcare centers are closed. We have an experienced staff who takes care of the patients well and provide an excellent treatment to them. As we are well equipped with the diagnostic tools, we diagnose the disease precisely and treat the patient accordingly, avoiding the patient to roam in other places for the diagnostic tests. However, we can face a major threat if some healthcare center tries to adopt our same strategy of providing the overnight urgent care. The primary objective is to increase the cash flow and revenue, which can be possible by attracting more patients towards us. So our strategy is to develop an urgent care overnight in order to provide an additional service and attract the patients. Internet is the primary source of our marketing strategy, in which we can give advertisements on various websites regarding our healthcare services. We even have our own website if people want to check about our healthcare center. Additional strategies include advertisements in television, radio, journals, newspapers, pamphlets, and banners. Our second strategy includes satisfying the patient by providing them with excellent assistance and making them feel comfortable all through their visit. And we never want to say no to any patient who approaches us with suffering.
Offering urgent care services within our family practice during after hours will allow our patients to receive urgent care from our doctors within our facility. This works as an advantage to our patients because it allows for easier follow-up and monitoring of patient health without having to undergo miscommunication through outsourced health organizations. As an established family practice looking to expand into a healthcare organization that now offers urgent care, it's essential that we are able to communicate our new services to our communities in which we serve. We find it important to utilize social media. It works as a great advantage as being a way that we can communicate to a larger population through one channel. Other channels that we plan to occupy that promote our service include participation in community events, broadcasts, which include radio, television, local social media, advertisements, and billboards. As a growing organization, I believe it would be beneficial to hire on a marketing staff that solely involves themselves on incorporating and developing different approaches on marketing for the institution. Implementing an urgent care within our family practice will require additional clinical staff to be hired on. We plan to add 2 nurse practitioners and 1 physician assistant to our staff. The urgent care will be operated within the same facility as our family practice, so no further construction will be necessary at this time. The launch date of our new urgent care is expected to be January 1st, the start of the new year. To operate the urgent care and compensate the staff for the overnight shift, our additional budget will increase by an estimated $344,000.
As part of our marketing plan, we created a budget that would help us understand all the costs that would go into the first 2 years. Some of the big ones were for all the onboarding staff, which you could see in the first chart, and then marketing, which we really want to push in the first few years, just to get the business up and running. So in the first chart, you can see that the cost is split for all the employees who will be working during the day, and then also the employees who will be working during the night. So one of the bigger costs is the physician, which we only will have one for the clinic, and he or she will be working during the day. And then in the night shift, the difference is there's no primary physician, and we have included an x-ray technician. And that's mainly because all the urgent cares, or at least the most common urgent cares, carry an x-ray machine, and we want to provide that for all of our clients as well. So the total annual budget for staff for both daytime and nighttime is $807. And then if you look at the other chart for marketing, you can see that it's divided into 3 main categories, which would be communications, networking, and employee morale. So that totals up to $53,000. So apart from creating a budget, we thought it was important to also be able to forecast our sales and profit for the first 2 years. So in the first chart, you can see that we split up our clients into 2 main categories, and that was the insured and the uninsured. So for the first year, we expect about 15,000 clients, and this is including the daytime and the nighttime shift. And we foresee about 80% of those clients being insured and 20% being uninsured. And then for year 2020, we expect to see an increase, still the same percentage, 80% for insured client and 20% for uninsured. But we hope by this year we have a bigger presence in the community and are getting in more referrals. And so the reason why it was split up into insured and uninsured is because cost is going to vary between 100 to 200, depending on your health insurance, your coverage plan. So we found that splitting it up this way would be the best way to split them up. And if you're insured, it's going to be a little bit less than if you're uninsured. So we use these base numbers to calculate our revenue and profit that you'll see in the second chart. So for the first year, total revenue, we expect about 1.9 million. And then our second year, we also hope for 2.3 million. So then we took our revenue and subtracted the expenses mentioned before, also adding an estimated equipment and overhead charge, which would give us for 2019 a little under 1 million for profit, and for the second year would give us 1.37 for profit. So our controls are being put in place, so we make sure we keep track of how the organization is doing, making sure we're not just setting goals and not really following through with them. So this will help us stay on track and make sure we meet or even exceed our goals. So our first one is going to be on revenue, margin, and cash flow. We want to make sure we check this every quarter and also on an annual basis. As well as on the second bullet, you'll see expenses that will be monitored by the accounting department every month, every quarter, and every year. So this department will be presenting on all this information, as well as seeing all the trends and having us update budgets if we need to, or cut down on expenses if needed. And the last one, for customer satisfaction and quality treatment, we put in there because especially in healthcare, we need to make sure that we're providing the utmost customer satisfaction and high quality care, because it is a service, it's not a product. So we need to make sure that every service, every experience is satisfactory for the client. That way they can come back or refer others to come to our facility. And then along with our controls, we have to think about a contingency plan. So this includes the difficulties and risks that we have to consider. The first one being that we might have a problem generating a sufficient customer base. So seeing that Fallbrook is a smaller city, we might not have the customer base even though there is a need. So that's an issue that we might face.